security. Fret about the judge, cause one by one who no go into jail. One by who no go into one by. But don't fret about the security. Fret about the judge, cause one by one who no go into jail. One by who no go into one by. But don't fret.
Said love Rastafari.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madden. Moving on to our video.
So, as you heard, Damian Crawford told us that one by one they be going to jail, which is true because this man is like a prophet. Because every week you just see something come out, and imagine if it was a PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization in government, that would have named the Jamaicans taxpayers. Trust me. And I can tell you that it's just disgraceful and shameful. You don't even heard ping from the big belly white man. You know, so the UHWI dialysis machines missing 10. UHWI, I mean the University Hospital of the West Indies. That's how I, you know, of all of the hospital in Jamaica. That's the one that, you know, them don't entertain poor people there. But it's not the best, you know, the best one in a Kingston metropolitan area. I don't know if I want the government will upgrade the hospital system to make sure, because trust me, you don't want to go to KPH. KPH is the worst hospital in Jamaica, may I tell you. One of the worst. Because when you go there, may I tell you, say, the dental and, no, sir, I don't know why the hospital is like that. Because I have been to hospital here in the United States of America. And even, you know, when you're in your room, it's like, you're at home. Although you're at a hospital. But I remember back in the 80s, that was how the university hospital was, you know. You'd be in if you were admitted there, you'd be in a room by yourself in the 1980s. Yes, because after the you know, June flood, I experienced the university hospital at the West Indies. At the time, I used to have American doctors that come there and train. So, my brothers and sisters, today I speak not as a politician, not as someone chasing clout, not as someone looking to smear anyone's name. I speak as a Jamaican who is deeply concerned. Because when 10 dialysis machines go missing, when patients are suffering, when families are praying for life-saving treatment, and when public institutions remain silent, then silence becomes cruelty. To date, we haven't heard the big mouth guy, man, Dr.AlfredDawes. I had told the people that in Waterford not to vote for him because the man is a criminal-minded person. Let's look at the man, how the man behave with the The Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Michael Owens, him literally want to war the Prime Minister last year during the election. And if it was some other Prime Minister, trust me, it would be a different outcome. It wouldn't be anything near what how the Prime Minister allowed this man to behave. I tell you that, you understand, but Andrew Owens is different kind of leader. So when dialysis is missing, we have to speak. And cruelty must never be normalized. And thieving. The University Hospital of the West Indies, UHWI, is not just another building. It is where our mothers go, where our fathers go, where our children go, where poor Jamaicans depend on the system to stay alive. So when we hear that dialysis machines imported under the UHWI licenses are no longer at the hospital, the Jamaican people have every moral right to ask, where are they? Because it's taxpayers' money. So, no matter where you put the PMP them, you put them in charge of anything, thieving are gone, because it's just by nature. So let me slow this one down so it's home. Dialysis is not optional care. Dialysis is not cosmetic. Dialysis is not convenience. Dialysis is life or death. Many people who live in a Waterford who vote for this man, them have diabetes, them have all kind of ailment. May I tell you that? So them use dialysis machine. But this man, whom these people voted for, you know so him under. Tell the machine is missing. And him silent like a lamb. You don't hear anything from him leader, Mark Gummerbeer Golden. And I thought they said that, well, them can't fool them, but you can't fool people like yours truly. Born and raised in a belly of beast, knowing that that's all these people do is impart criminality because that's all inside of them. Dialysis machine is life or death. Miss one session, you suffer. Miss two, your organs begin to fail. Miss three, you can die. And I just saw it. So when 10 dialysis machines are not where they are supposed to be, this is not politics. This is humanity. This is about kidney patients sitting at home wondering if they will make it through the week. This is about families selling goats, cars, jewelry, anything to pay private clinics because public machines are unavailable. Because Dr.AlfredDawes and his friend Dennis Garden, based on information received and allegation, boy, them gone with the machine. Who give it to them? You understand? This is about poor Jamaicans paying with their lives for a system that refuses to explain itself. So them claims that them love poor people, but poor people mostly pay for the machine. You know? Because rich people, most rich people, they have connection in a first world country where them get them dialysis treatment. I know people who live in Jamaica will come up every month and get them dialysis treatment. Remember, this is about the poor Jamaicans paying with their lives for a system that refuses to explain itself. And that is unacceptable. Now, let me be very clear. No one is being accused tonight. It's just an allegation. No one is being convicted on this platform because we are not the court. We are not judge, jury, and jury. But what is being demanded is transparency. Because when public funds are involved, secrecy is not an option. When equipment is imported under government licenses, the Jamaican people own that equipment. Not politicians, not Dr.AlfredDawes, not Dennis Gordon, not the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. The people of Jamaica. Not boards, not private facilities, the people. The people of Jamaica, the taxpayers them. But I thought the people them would have the pathway, them would dig out them and miggle and beg. No, them not pay taxes, so them not no say. Them can't vote, but that's it. They not pay taxes, they not contribute to the economy. And when the Auditor General produces a report, and the report it is forwarded to the fraud squad, that alone tell us something serious is being examined. The public deserve to know who authorized what, under whose authority, for what purpose, and why are patients still suffering. These are not attacks. These are legitimate questions. And here is where the discomfort begins. We are hearing calls for independent investigations, which is good. And guess who's asking for it? Dr.AlfredDawes. He should have shut up his mouth, because he's my main culprit. Why the man not easy, so they stay a bare-face. But investigations must not be selective. You cannot call for scrutiny while refusing scrutiny. You cannot demand accountability from others while avoiding accountability yourself. Leadership is not about speeches. Leadership is about answers. And the Jamaican people are tired of a culture where politicians speak loudly in public but go quiet when questions are asked. We are tired of press conferences without transparency. We are tired of statements without documentation. And we are tired of suffering while officials debate narratives. Let me ask Jamaica something today. If dialysis machines were imported for a public hospital, and those machines are no longer serving public patients, then who is benefiting? Dr.AlfredDawes and Dennis Gordon and other PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization officials? Imagine if these people were in power. And when the poor lose, someone else gains. And they tell you all the time they love the poor, because they love the poor to keep them. My mother always said, somebody said them love you because the poor run from them. But the poor love them. The poor enjoy being poor. Just give them pittance, and that's it for them. They don't want to uplift themselves. They don't believe in self-reliance, independence, and love. The dependency. Because someone else always benefits when the poor suffer. When the poor lose, someone else gain. That is the moral equation. This is not about party, color, orange, green, yellow or blue or anything else. Sickness does not vote. People do. Kidney failure does not care about politics. A dying patient does not ask who you support. They ask one question only. Can the system save me? And right now, too many Jamaicans are hearing silence as the answer. I am not calling for violence. All I am demanding is answers, not chaos. I am not calling for chaos. I am not calling for mob justice. I am calling for truth. We want documentation. We want timelines. We want authorization records. We want explanations. If machines were relocated, say why. If leased, say how. If transferred, show the papers. Because transparency protects everyone. Innocent people benefit from transparency, and guilty systems fear it. That is the difference. So tonight, Jamaica is not asking for miracle. We are asking for honesty. Where are the dialysis machines? Dr.AlfredDawes, Dennis Garden, and the likes, who approve their movement? Why are the patients still waiting? Why are the families still suffering? Why does it always take public pressure for answers to come? The Jamaican people are not fools. Some are. The ones who vote for the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Why does it always take public pressure for answers to come? We see a pattern. We see patterns, and we are no longer willing to accept silence. This is not a witch hunt. This is not politics. This is about life. And until the truth is spoken, fully, clearly, and publicly, we'll continue to ask the question that echoes across this nation. Where are the University Hospital of the West Indies dialysis machines? Because the public deserve answers. Dr. AlfredDawes and his friends are ripping off the government and taxpayers. And that would be a direct criminal allegation against named individual. This is systemic political corruption, patterns of abuse, how taxpayers are exploited, how politicians manipulate institutions. Why Jamaica keep losing billions? Why reports go nowhere? How friends, boards, insiders operate. Political corruption, patronage, and the taxpayer trap. Now let me go deeper. Because the missing dialysis machines are not isolating issues. They are a symptom of political culture that has quietly normalized corruption. Not always through envelopes or cash, but through access, influence, and silence. This is how modern corruption works. It does not always wear handcuffs, it wears suits. Many Jamaicans think corruption look like a man stealing money and running. No. That is not how corruption survives. Political corruption today works through networks. Friends on boards, friends in ministries, friends in agencies, friends in procurement, friends in licensing. Nobody signs one paper alone. Everybody touches something small. And when everyone touches something small, no one takes responsibility for the big loss. That is how millions disappear. Quietly. Public institutions are supposed to serve the people. But corruption begins when institutions start serving political interest instead. Hospitals become tools. Licenses become favors. Contracts becomes rewards. Boards become shields. And taxpayers become the silent victim. Because the taxpayers pay whether or not the service is delivered. That is the tragedy. You pay, but you don't receive. Let me tell you something uncomfortable. Jamaica does not lack reports. We have an Auditor General report, Integrity Commission report, in which integrity have no integrity at all. Parliamentary Committee report. What we lack is consequences. Reports pile up like books on a dusty shelf because investigations threaten power and power resists exposure. So delays become statics. Silence becomes tragedies. Confusion becomes defense. And here's where the hypocrisy hurts the most. In public, they speak morality. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel know that they have none. None whatsoever. These are people with zero morality. In public, they quote scriptures, although they don't believe in a God. In public, they talk about service in which they don't deliver any. But behind closed doors, accountability is treated as an enemy. The same politicians who demand respect often refuse scrutiny. Yet, respect is not demanded. Respect is earned. And trust is built only through transparency. When public money is mismanaged, stolen or wasted, it is not government money. There is no such thing. It is the vendor's money, the nurse's money, the taxi man's money, the overseas remittance money. It is the poor man's tax. So every dollar that disappears is a betrayal. Not of politics, of people. If this culture continue, nothing will change. Hospitals will remain under-equipped. Schools will remain underfunded. Communities will remain desperate. And politicians will continue rotating chairs while the people suffer. That is why this moment matters, because accountability is contagious. When one institution is forced to explain itself, others become nervous. And that's good. This is not about destroying anyone. This is about saving Jamaica. This is about saying enough silence, enough secrecy, enough excuses. If you hold public office, explain your role. If your name appears in a report, clarify it. If public assets are missing, account for them. Because Jamaica cannot heal while truth is hidden. And the people will not stop asking. Not out of hatred, but out of love for this country. Because the public deserve answers. And we want it now. Dr.AlfredDawes, where are the dialysis machines? Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.